Alright, so today, guys, looks like Cat Fantasy end up releasing a trailer and also the skill set of the Nekopara characters. So we're gonna watch this trailer, and after that, we're gonna get into them skill sets. And first, I want to say thank you for all the support. We've been growing a lot lately, and we almost at 1K. Guys, sub up so we can hit that 1K. And also, if you want to become a member of the channel, it's a join button down there. You just click that join button, you'll get your name shouted out at the end of the video. And let's get right into the reaction. You know, the thing is, they still never said when the collab is yet. I'm not sure when it's gonna happen. Life is sweet. Summer. Wait, is those skins? I just realized that. Is those skins? Okay, so we know what this game is. All right, let's continue. And that's them in a cat version. Okay. Y'all let me know down in the comment section if these are the original voice actors for the characters. I'm not sure. I don't know. I only watch Nekopara in English, so I'm not sure. And I don't play the games, so that's the thing. Let me know if I was supposed to play the games or not in the comment section down below also. Here she go. What the heck? And this is Pico, right? Oh, Paco? I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. I don't like. It's been a while since I watched it. Okay. Oh, are they all fighting the same monster, by the way? Uh oh, she attacked with the furriousness, and that's well, yeah, that was the outfits. And I wonder how much they're gonna charge for the outfit. Though. That's one thing I do want to see out of all things. I want to see how money hungry this game is. Look at Pico, and I know Pico is free. I know she's free. It's just you're gonna have to summon for the other two. Umpaville. But yeah, I mean that looks pretty fire. Let's get into the reaction of their skill. All right, so the first person we're gonna be reacting to is Kakoa. I said Pico. I was completely wrong. But anyway, let's start with their. We're gonna read it all. Okay, their single target blue pathos Orbis. I believe that's what I say. And their kitty headbutt. That is a skill that I never heard. Oh, they don't say the percentages. I wonder why. Maybe because just in case they change it in the future, they don't want to be like, oh well, it's at 98 but now it's 65, whatever. She's an SR unit, deals X% attack as damage to one enemy and inflicts one stack of vulnerability to the target for 3 turns. Vulnerability is increases the target's damage received by X and stacks up to 10%. Skill B is Furry Claws, deals X% attack as pierce damage to one enemy. Piercing damage ignores the target endurance when attacking. Ultimate is Arrow Headbutt, which is deals X% attack as damage to one enemy and inflicts one stack of vulnerability to the target for 3 turns. Vulnerability increases the target's defense. Vulnerability increases the target's damage received by X and stacks up to 10. And then passive is Claw Marks. At the start of the battle, it reduces all enemies' crit resistance equal to X% of Capo's pre-battle crit rate. Okay, what the heck? All right, so me personally, the way I'm going to build her is definitely with the crit rate set, because I want to use that passive as much as possible, guys. I think y'all all want to use that passive as much as possible. Let's go full screen so you can look better, right? All right, so at the start of the turn, like this right here is big. I'm not going to even build her with damage. Like, even though she deals damage, like she adds vulnerability here, she does like she ignore endurance, so you'll probably want to have like some attack on her. But mainly what the way I'm a builder is, it may sound weird, but I'm a builder in like basically a buff set, because basically she debuffing, right? She basically debuffing, so I'm a builder in a debuff set where I'm gonna focus on that crit rate because of her pre-battle crit rate. She lowers the enemy's crit resistance, and that's all enemies. That's not one. That's not only the boss. If you're fighting one character or whatever, that's all of them. So the way I'm gonna build her is definitely just straight crit rate, and then in the substats, I'm gonna either go probably like HP and all that just to keep her alive, or I may just say forget it and I just go attack just so I can get at least some of that pierce, like for her to actually hit kind of hard. but mainly, most definitely, I am running her with a crit stat. All of these, out of all 4 of them, I like the passive the most, because the less crit resist means that you can crit them more with your other units, and that's how I'm probably going to play her. All right, so this is Vanilla's right here. Vanilla mixed breed cat. What the hell? Anyway, all of them gonna be Oruses, I guess, and all of them will be blue, I guess. And well, Vanilla is literally just a buffer right now. It says buffer, right? Let's read what she does. Skill A, skill B, ultimate, and passive. Kitty's Guardian deals X% attack as damage to one enemy and applies healing scratch to the target for X turns. What is healing scratch? Because I've never heard that in my life. When attacked, the attacker is healed for X% of damage dealt. Oh, so basically she gives you a life steal, basically. Skill B, Kitty's Blessing, triggers Discovery 1, whatever the heck that means, and grants one ally one random buff from Kindred Company. And what the heck is Discovery? Selects one X-star skill from other allies and add it to the deck. Kindred Company contains 5 buffs that last for 3 turns. We're gonna get to this real quick. We're gonna get to all of this once I read it all. Ultimate Perfect Assistant increases all allies attack by X% for 2 turns and dispels X stacks of debuffs from all allies. Increases the passive Wavelet Resonance. I'm guessing that's what that says. Increases the crit rate of all allies with blue pathos by X%. Exclusive effect, Kindred Healing if applied with Cat Girl Paradise Cabanas alongside Kitty Chemistry. At the start of the battle, all allies receive X% more healing. All right, so let's get into this, because to be honest, she sounds like the most OP one ever. Like this buff, like what the heck? Okay, so first, Kitty's Guardian, right? Deals X% attack as damage to one enemy and applies healing scratch. Basically, what this skill does is literally when you get attacked, you heal from the amount of like a percentage of the damage. So let's say it's 50%, right? Let's say you get hit with 100. Let's say you get hit with 100, you're gonna heal 50 of that. Like that's insane. That's insane right there. Like that's already sounding good, but then when you get to her Kitty's Blessing, which literally means that, first of all, it contains 5 buffs that last for 3 turns. I'm not sure what that means with the Kindred Spirit one. I'm not sure if that's like 5 random buffs like out of the game, like attack percent buff, and then crit resistant buff, and then crit rate buff. I'm not sure what that actually means, because that they don't really explain that at all. So we have to look in game for that one. But when it says selects one X star, what does this mean? 1 X star? Like I'm guessing it means like any amount of star, like 1, 2, or 3. That's the only thing I could think of. But it's a select 1 X star skill card from other allies and add it to your deck, which means you literally can pull a Yu-Gi-Oh and pull the last Exodia from your deck to win the game.
But it does contain the unstoppable Exodia.
That's insane right there. And then the next skill, the ultimate, just increases attack by like 2%. That's all. And then the dispel debuff, so you're increasing attack and dispelling debuff. That's already good on its own. We don't even need to talk about why that's good. This last one right here, which is increases crit rate of all allies with blue pathos by X%. And then like also have this extra thing that if you have Kitty Chemistry, you get healed more. Basically, this looking nice. Like it look like this looking nice. Okay, it increases crit rate. I'm all about crit rate being increased for any unit, to be honest, because the more crit rate means the more time you're going to crit. Instead of like if you have 100% crit rate, you're going to crit almost 100% of the time. It's not always almost 100% of the time, because you got to remember that enemies have crit resistance, so your 100% crit rate is not going to actually be 100% when you go against them, right? Like let's say they have 90% crit resistance, you have 100% crit rate, you going to go down to probably 10% crit rate at that point. But this works perfectly with the last one, which means they all look like they're going to be synergized together. But let's go into chocolate, and then after chocolate, I'm gonna give my thoughts on all of them in general. And remember guys, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. And the last cat girl is chocolate. Well, we all know chocolate and vanilla obviously, but chocolate. Let's see what hers is, because the last 2 already is a banger to me personally. So let's see if the last one is. And let me know down below if it's a banger to you. Skill A, skill B, ultimate, and passive. We're gonna do all this like this. Single target, blue pathos. Obviously it's the same thing. All right, skill A, no wasting food. I mean, that is true guys, you don't want to waste food. But deals X% attack as damage to one enemy, which we don't know what that X% is, so I can't really say if that's good or not. Like it could be like deals 10% attack as damage, so we don't know, right? Eat Properly, which is deals X% attack as sunder. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I think it's sunder damage to one enemy for each stack of buff Chakalo possesses. Increases the base damage dealt by X% up to a maximum of X%. When with sunder damage, increases crit damage dealt ×2. Basically, you deal 2 times crit damage. And ultimate deals X% attack as damage to one enemy and gains X% increased crit rate for 3 turns. And then the last one is Let's Go Together. I don't know why I read it like that. But anyway, for each ally with blue pathos in the team, increases self crit damage by X%, stacking up to 4 times. Exclusive effect is Kindred Strength if all allies with Heck Girl Paradise combats alongside Sweet Sympathy or Symphony. I don't know what the hell that says. At the start of the battle, Chocolate gains 2 SP. Now, my thing about this is she calls Sweet Sympathy or Symphony. I still don't know what that says. It's right there, right? It's right there. I move up here because it doesn't block the rest of the stuff. Now, let's get into her first skill. I mean, I can't really say anything much about it because it's like X%, so I don't know what the X% means. It can mean 100, it can mean 50, it can mean 2. So we don't know. But when this one right here deals X% attack as sunder damage to one enemy for each stack of buff, that is so good right there, which means her and Vanilla is literally going to work together. Vanilla gives buffs, Chocolate wants buff. The more buff Chocolate get, the more damage she does, which means you want her on a team that's where you want her on a team with buffers, and she literally works perfectly with her. Like, it's literally, they made synergy with this. They literally made synergy with all 3 characters. I think you should, if you're going to spend the money or if you have enough saved up, you should get all 3. I'm saving up right now. I got Dorothy, but I mean, I didn't know this was there. If I knew this was here, I would have saved. I would have said, you know what, we're gonna skip Dot Queen. If you want to check out that video on how to build her, that is on my channel as well. But other than that, I mean, basically this is good. Like, it deals like sunder damage. Remember, it increases crit damage. You're already gonna be getting a lot of crit rate from the other 2. Plus, the way that I'm gonna build her, to be honest, is I'm gonna probably build her 1 crit rate with 2 crit damage on the set. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's what I'm thinking right now, with obviously attack, crit, like all the basic stuff that you always have when you build the freaking attack character in the first place, right? And this right here, her ultimate deals X% damage deals X% attack as damage to one enemy and gains X% increased crit rate for 3 turns. Now, depending on what that crit rate is that's increased, that's going to be outrageous right there. And other than that, her passive is just OP, okay? Like it increases crit damage for herself. It stacks up to 4 times. And then if you have like the people, basically if you have all of them on the same team, which you're gonna want to run them all on the same team anyway, then they all gives more buffs. She gains 2 SP at the start of the battle, which means all you need to do is use 3 of her cards, and then you got her alt, which then you increase her crit rate. And then when increasing her crit rate, that means she's gonna be able to crit more. And then when you gonna use her skills is already strong as it is with the attack, depending on what that attack percent is. But then also along with the attack, you're doing sunder damage. And then with sunder damage, you increases the crit damage dealt ×2. So like at this point, to be honest, I may actually build a more crit damage. Yeah, I'm still thinking about like at least a little bit more crit rate, and then 2 crit damage sets pieces. That's how I'm thinking about building her. Or just doing like a classic crit damage, crit rate, and then armor pierce, whatever it's called, just so she get like hit armor way better. But at the end of the day, all these characters are freaking OP. That's the first thing that I want to let this be known. All these characters are OP. That's the first thing that I want to say, because god dang, they made this chemistry fire. They made these characters look heat. So I can't wait for it. I know y'all probably can't wait for it. I believe this banner come out when Dorothy like disappears. Obviously, Chocolate gonna be first, then Vanilla. Whatever her name is, the small one is free. She's free, so you're gonna get her as soon as the collab start, unless they may start the collab like, because they already released the so like usually when I see games release the kit, the character's coming at least 1 or 2 days after that. Mainly most of the time, because I play Nikkei, watch content on that as well, is like 1 day. But other than that, yeah, I'm about to be out of here. All these characters look OP. All 3 of them. They haven't posted nothing yet about anything, but all 3 of them look OP. I can't wait for this collab to come out. Let me know if you can't wait. And now I am in the dark void because I can't see and you can't see me either. But anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to share the video, guys. And I will see y'all in the next one. And make sure you check out like any of these videos that's popping up right here. See you later. Peace.